So just a quick update is warranted for the Team Yankee's Checkpoint Charlie. Just as I posted the video, there was a post by Battlefront Miniatures saying they would include East Germans. They're very watered down from what you'd expect, but hey, they're East Germans. They're going to be available to play in Checkpoint Charlie. The real thing that's interesting is they've made a post saying they're going to expand upon Checkpoint Charlie, which I find to be one of the most endearing decisions they've ever made. They're going to take Checkpoint Charlie from being just another Battlefront game to being the international game of their entire offering. NAM will be included. Fate of a Nation will be included. Let me just go down what they have. They're going to be including NATO forces like we see in Team Yankee. Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Netherlands, France, and Norway. So a bit of a mix between what we see in Nordic forces and in the NATO forces book. Warsaw Pact gets Czechoslovakia and Poland. Nothing too surprising there. Non-aligned nations get a real surprise with Finland and Sweden now being joined by Yugoslavia. Technovolk, anyone? The most crushing surprise to me, though, is the fourth inclusion. They're going to be including India, Pakistan, and China. Not only do we get to have Shermans and Centurions fighting it out on slopes in the mountainside, but China can now fight whoever you want in Checkpoint Charlie. And I want to focus on them because they are a nation of interest. They will be... It's like including the Japanese for Flames of War. Including China for Team Yankee anything literally drags Asia into the equation. And so I want to go over what they have for just a few seconds. The most common thing you're going to see by far is going to be the Type 59 or Type 62, which is not the T-62, by the way. The Type 59 is a copy of the T-54. The Chinese made a few upgrades to it. It has been in service until the 90s. They've relied upon it as a tank. The Type 63 might also be available. It's kind of like a PT-76, but it has a more rounded turret. And then, of course, the Type 77 APC is pretty much as a copy of the BTR-50. Grab a model, pass it over, put it in Chinese colors, you're done. Of course, they're probably going to be including T-34s as a combat option because the Chinese did have those, and they either made their own or updated their own versions to be the Type 58. Also possible they may have, as a support unit more likely, IS-2 tanks, but they are just like leftovers from World War II, really. Artillery and infantry are going to be a thing if you play Chinese forces, because I don't believe they have anything other than towed artillery at this point in time. Whether the artillery is going to be the US 105s left over and refurbished from World War II, or if it's going to be newer Soviet 152 models, I don't know. One thing that is certain, they'll need unique Chinese infantry models, and they'll need plenty of them because the Chinese have this strange habit of fielding medium-sized, large-sized, or extra-large-sized infantry units. They don't look very much like Soviet units. And when China comes out, I'll cover that later. So that's what we're getting for a quick update on Team Yankee's Checkpoint Charlie, which I am very much enthused for, and a lot of people I've talked to are very enthused for. So here we go. Let's hope that they can get Checkpoint Charlie rolling and off into our hands. Thanks for watching this update video. May the dice be ever in your favor.